K. Slay. Mayor Forster, I'm from Beaumont. Okay. I was raised in Peekskill. And what I don't understand about you, I've listened to you on the news. I've never came in here. And when I did came in here, I sat back there and I was very quiet. You have made so many promises that you have broken. Second of all, you claim that you do not have no power over housing over there. You can't help us with our rent. You can't help us with this. But you want to come over here and start messing with our college center. Come on, for real. Let's get jiggy with this now. Okay? You sat there and made comments over and over and over again about what you cannot do. Why are you mad? Second of all, let's get real. One of my best friends was taken out of here. And if it wasn't for the police department, the best of the police department, I'm going to give them that right now, 24 hours quarter. Okay? Some of these police officers are our family and our friends. Okay? It took some of them to help a person like me get clean and better myself, change my life around. Because I was out here doing drugs and alcohol. Okay? Let me tell you something. Let's get real. Let me go get my people from Mount Vernon, from the Bronx, from Brooklyn, and come up here and terrorize this town to let you see what it's going to be if you don't fix what you done damaged. Okay? Because these brothers and sisters out here are doing very well. These kids are outstanding. They're not out here breaking in people's houses. They're not vandalizing your porch. They ain't beat up your kids yet. They ain't did nothing to do anything out of ordinary. Okay? These police have enough. You know what I'm saying? They have enough to deal with worrying about their jobs now. Now they see how we feel when we have to worry about where we're going to live tomorrow because you can't even go downstairs and talk to Section 8 about giving us an opportunity to get Section 8 to get out of that low budget housing over there. Okay? But you got a house, don't you? Check this out, baby. You need to overlook what you're doing because you have power that you could do things better than you're doing. Okay? Y'all sit there and talk about the black people. But check this out. We the ones that gave you the job. Okay? Then the rest of y'all sit up there and talk about this man can't do this, y'all can't do that. But now you want to take away the fire department. But check this out. Every time the fire alarm ring over there, even though there's no fire, they're right there. They are right there. Okay? And if you take them away, what happens if there's a real fire? There goes the building. Thank God your house ain't near mine. Okay? Come on, you really need to think about what's going on. Because I got family in Mount Vernon. 3 of them got killed. Okay? And the police still haven't found them. Okay? And the sad part about it is that the Kylie Center keeps these kids out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? The little ones raised up, they working over there. If you want to do something, make some more opportunity for some of the community services to go over there and work over there. Don't take the little bit we have. You know what I'm saying? You talking about kids? You've been to Kylie Center? Where's your son at? Where's your daughter? Bring them over there. Bring them over there. Because that crap you talking is unrealistic because none of y'all over there have any kids that come to that Kylie Center because I don't know them. My kids don't know them because if they did, they would have got beat up by now. Okay? Because what you're doing is not fair. And you have to understand that anger and negativity comes from where the people place us at. We're not all born up ignorant and negative. It's people like you that put us in this position because you take a little bit of pride and understanding that we are trying to give to our kids. And this right now is a very bad downfall. You know what I'm saying? If you want to lay off everybody, why don't you lay yourself off? You ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But to tell my son he can't go over there and play basketball, come on, be for real. What do we need some art for? Half of us can't draw. We really don't even really understand it. Keep that up to the multi-million niggas over in Hollywood. Because we ain't got that. You need to really think about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids here are our future. Okay? Right about now, if you take some of the police away, I'm going to ask you a question. I hope you don't take this defensive. Okay? When they start vandalizing, your rich people's neighborhoods, okay? Then who is going to come to your defense? Because I damn sure ain't coming. I ain't got nothing for you. And I don't think it'll be right for the police to come to your rescue. Because believe it or not, they have feelings too. They got to protect us and they got to protect you. But you want to talk about the budget. You can do whatever you want with that budget, Mayor Forster, and you know it. And like I said, you're taking our housing away. You got Section 8 vouchers that you can give us so we can get out of this low-budget housing and make a better life for our kids. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you take some of these banners and put some recreational facilities up in this joint? You know what I'm saying? There are things that you can do to make a positive influence on people because it is not as bad as it's going to get if you don't fix what you have created. And I'm telling you, Johansson's, you know why? Reginald Johnson. Reginald Johnson. I just wanted to first say that I support the police, fire, and all of our core employees who do a great job for the city. I do want to inject some facts, and I support the Kylie Center. I support all of our youth, but I just want to inject some facts. I just want to leave people with some thoughts about what needs to be done as opposed to a lot of emotion, and it should be emotional. What's happening today is something that's emotional. But I just want to inject some facts, and then you'll decide for yourself whether this is something that the council created or whether this is something that the council has to confront and deal with, all of us together collectively. So I just want to just bring this to your attention that you have towns like the towns of East Hampton, Southampton, rich towns who are borrowing to keep their pension system afloat. The same thing with the city of Peekskill. You have the city of Poughkeepsie, which had to lay off 13 workers every year for the last 4 years. We didn't do that here. And contributed $3.6 million to the pension and had to borrow $800,000 in order to make a mandatory contribution to the pension. That's what they had to do. It seems like I'm being very technical here, but this is a lot more than just being emotional. I know on the emotional end, you're seeing stuff being cut, and you don't want that. You just want to correct it. And I just want to say to you, as a homeowner, I have a vested interest. I have 3 kids in the school, and I'm a property tax owner. If you tell me the alternative to not laying anybody off is to raise property taxes 10%, you're out of here. And most homeowners will tell you you're out of here. So I want to hear alternatives. And the alternatives that they're dealing with right now is a very fiscally austere environment. New York State is borrowing millions of dollars. Next year, municipalities will borrow $1 billion. $1 billion in order to make their mandatory contributions to the pension system. I love my police. I love my fire. But we have 207C that needs to be fixed. When police officers get injured, they go out on full salary. And these things need to be corrected. Now listen, having said all... I'm sorry. Having said all of that, I just wanted to just let you know that we can argue about certain things, whether the council did this or that, but the bottom line is this is where we are. And I just want people to understand that as long as it's good. Thank you very much. But in any event, I support the council. I support you. And I know that you're dealing with a lot. And I think that when we look at the facts, I think the facts are very clear that we're dealing with a very fiscally difficult situation. We have very limited resources. We have rising pension contributions, and those are the facts. The emotional aspects of it, the impact of it, obviously I understand the response to that. But I think in the end, I think we need to really consider that, and I think when people do that, I think we'll come to some resolution that people can fully understand and accept. And that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, we're going to get into our... Well, were you... Okay.
I'm not going to get too far into what I have to say.
Okay.
You're all liars.
Oh, okay.
Brian, I addressed you personally, and I said that I wanted to meet with you, Davey D, and the council, and you came down to the garage.